particular situation, this is what I would like, if possible, to get rid of. So I would say let t be x minus 3. Now, what do I do next? Obviously, is must be dt, which in this case equals dx. Fine. This is an indefinite integral. I don't have to look for limits of integration, new limits of integration, but I have to make sure that at the very end, the answer has to be in x. I cannot leave it in t or u or whatever variable you want to use. So obviously this piece now changes into t to the 9th power. This piece obviously will change into dt, no problem. But now the question is, what do I do with this? No problem. I will add 3 to both sides. I get t plus 3 equals x, and replace x to the 3rd by t plus 3 to the 3rd. So this will be the integral from t plus 3 to the 3rd times t to the 9th and dt. And now the obvious question before we continue is, really? So what did you accomplish? A lot. This will not take me too long to raise to the 3rd power, but this to raise to the 9th power, it will be much longer. So there is an accomplishment. It's not exactly what we wanted to see, but it is much easier than the previous one. And this, we normally don't use formulas, but I can give you the formula for this. Let's say we don't know the formula. So then it's t plus 3 to the 3rd, which is t plus 3 squared times t plus 3. It will not take long. I know what this is because we talked about that from the very beginning of the class, 6t plus 9. It will not take long to multiply again by t plus 3. And then I have t to the 3rd and plus 6t squared and 9t plus 3t squared plus 18t and plus 27. And I will simplify into t cubed, these two, 9t squared, and then these two plus 27t and plus 27. So when I put it back in here, I will also distribute t to the 9th. So I continue here, from here, here. The integral from t to the 9th times t to the 3rd is t to the 12th plus 9, t squared times t to the 9th is t to the 11th plus 27t times t to the 9th is t to the 10th plus 27t to the 9th dt. And from this moment on, yeah, I know it's a little bit of a cumbersome situation, but raising this to the 9th power would have been much longer, especially without remembering Pascal's triangle or combinatorics. It would have taken longer. And from here, you know, I don't have a problem. I have t to the 13th over 13 plus 9t to the 12 over 12 plus 27t to the 11th, over 11 plus 27, t to the 10th over 10 plus a constant c, because it's an indefinite integral. Yes, I have no choice. I have to go back and replace t by x minus 3. So the final simplified form will be x minus 3 to the 13th over 13th plus, I'll simplify here by 3/4, x minus 3 to the 12th power plus 27 over 11, x minus 3 to the 11th power plus 27 over 10, x minus 3 to the 10th power plus a constant c. Yeah, so it was not a super friendly problem, I agree. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions on any of this? Anything? All steps, oh, I can recycle this. All steps are okay? Anyone? Did I lose everyone? I hope not. Anyone? Rita, is this okay?
Thank you.
Good. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to make this page 1, and I'm going to make this page 2, and I'm going to make this page 3. So I'm going to attach this as page 2, so that we have the problem from the beginning, and then page 3 is this. So in order to determine this integral, we already have done the calculations. It's negative 3.95 over 0.021, and this is the integral from e to u du. So everything stays the same, but now the limits of integration will be different, because now I have 8 for t, so u goes from negative, so this was the same thing with the top, 168, and now 16, I just need to multiply this by 2. So 3 and 1, 3, 0. So it's between this and this. So then we have negative 3.95 over 0.021, and e to u from negative 168 to negative 0.336. Okay, so finally we're just going to plug it in. So where's my calculator? Here it is. So I have in front negative 3.9, I need parentheses, negative 3.95 divided by 0.021, close the parenthesis, and open e raised to negative 0.336, and then minus e raised to the other power. Okay, I didn't put parentheses there. I don't like no parentheses, but let's give it a shot this time. And this. Okay. The reason why I always put parentheses is because I don't know what type of calculator you have. This one is a newer calculator, so it doesn't really need parentheses around the numerator, but not all calculators would accept that. So that's why I always put parentheses. So this is 24.59. And that's, let's say, approximately 25 people per 1,000. Okay. Anything else you would like to ask? Anything else you worked on? Questions? I'm really hoping you're redoing the notes before you do anything else. I'm going to move this hub here because it's, or push it further. So if I lose, oh, of course I did. Okay, so my camera, of course, turned off. I'm going to turn it on again. Sorry about that. I'm sure there is some sort of problem with the hub or the connector or something. Okay. Okay, so any questions for me? I did not look today, but I'm hoping that you finished everything from chapter 4 with at least 60% so you don't fall behind. Yes? Do you need any help with the homework? Any help with the homework? Anyone? Okay, well, I will move on then. Chapter 5. In chapter 5, we will only look at 2 sections. Section 5.1 first. It's called Consumer Surplus and Producer Surplus. Okay, A long time ago, some months ago, we looked at what is called demand and supply. Functions. Anyone remembers about the supply, demand and supply functions? Anyone? Is anyone there? Anyone wants to talk to me today?
I don't remember.
Say that you do?
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Okay, that's fine. That's all you needed to say. Okay, so this is quantity, and this is the price. So what happens here is two functions. One of them is called, as I said, demand, and the other one supply. So what do you think happens when the price increases? More people can afford, or less people can afford?
Less people.
Right. So this is an example of a function that is the demand. The demand function, or d of x. X is the quantity. So what is happening here? So the higher the price, the demand is lower. The quantity requested is lower. Higher the price, lower the quantity that we would like to, we can purchase, we can afford to purchase. The lower the price, the more people can afford. The quantity demanded is higher. If we're talking about homes that are, I don't know, $1 million homes, less and less people can afford. But if we're talking about, I don't know, $100,000, $150,000 home, then more people can afford. The quantity demanded is higher. The demanded quantity for higher price is lower. So now what about the producers? Well, it's the opposite situation. So this is the supply function, S of X. What does this mean? When the price is low, the manufacturers don't like it. They don't want to manufacture something that they cannot sell for a profit. The higher the price, the bigger the demand. For them, the bigger the supply, the bigger the supply, they want to produce more. When the price is higher, they want to produce a higher quantity for a higher price. But they want to produce for a lower price, they want to produce a small quantity. These two functions cross at the point that is called EP, equilibrium point, where everyone is sort of happy. We are happy, they're happy. So this is what is called equilibrium point, EP. EP, equilibrium point. When everyone is okay. Okay. Now what happens next? What is this consumer surplus and what is the producer surplus? So we know that there are two functions. One is the demand and one is the supply. One represents the producer, the other one the consumer, and they cross at this point. Okay, but what is the consumer surplus? At any price, there is something called, I'm trying to explain that, there is something called consumer is getting a little bit extra for that price. So consumer surplus is we're paying for this, but we're also getting a little bit extra. not just exactly what we are paying for. At that particular price, also the producer is getting some extra that is hidden in the cost. Or maybe we pay a little bit more than what we should. So the producer gets a surplus, we could get some added value, like maybe benefits or insurance for a product that is included, and we don't pay for it. So this is our surplus. But they also get some surplus themselves as producers. So now let's analyze these two situations. So let's start with the consumer surplus.
Sorry, Professor, your screen cut out again.
Of course. I'm not surprised. Thank you so much. It's my apologies. I'm not sure why, as I said, and I didn't touch anything now. I really didn't. I was expecting when I pushed the computer, but now